McKee, Patrick Brown, Go Balls 24/7 here inside of Bryant-Denny Stadium following Tennessee's collapse in Tuscaloosa, losing 34-20 after being up by 13 at halftime, 20-7. Felt like Tennessee was going to run away with this for the first time since 2003. That did not happen, and I think first and foremost, I did not think that they were ready to play the second half for whatever reason.
Yeah, everything that Tennessee did well in the first half was undone quickly in the second half. You give up a long run, and you get beat for a touchdown behind the defense, and Tennessee just never grabbed hold of momentum from there. And there are a lot of reasons why. The weird, I don't know who was signaling for a fair catch on the front line of the kickoff team. That seems odd, but that got Tennessee behind. They go 3 and out. Alabama comes out, kicks a field goal, and then there's a 4th down decision.
Please tell me, don't stop that. We're going to keep going and keep that in the background because I think the security guard just got somebody while we were filming this.
That man might be in concussion protocol and the drunk tank.
Security guard just tackled.
This basically was a recap of the second half. Apparently.
Yes, but in the first half, Tennessee's offense was clicking. And I think first half offensively, in hindsight, you really wish you could have punched it in the end zone when you were in the red zone.
Yeah, you dominated the first quarter and it was 13-0. It easily could have been 17-0 and 21-0, and you felt at the time that Tennessee was going to regret those squandered opportunities, and it almost felt like that was going to happen in the second quarter, but it turned out it happened in the second half. So, everything just went awry in the second half. Offense couldn't do anything. Defense couldn't get off the field. There was a special teams mix-up that they got Tennessee. The only thing that went well in the second half, I think, Tennessee is Jackson Ross. And so when your punter is the best thing that goes for you, unless you're Iowa, it's not going well for you.
No, and not to cut you off, but yes, the referees were not good today. We will make that point and keep it moving because we're trying to get this under 5 minutes now after our buddy ran on the field. The referees were not good for those yelling at us about the referees to this point in this little video. But aside from that, I just think this is a game that Tennessee's really going to kick itself for quite some time because the offense was clicking in the first half and Tennessee's defense was dominating Alabama in the trenches, and that just disappeared in the second half for whatever reason. Hard not to go back to what I mentioned earlier about just not being locked in and ready to play to start the second half.
Yeah, but I think where things changed in the second half is Alabama became the aggressor and Tennessee reverted to its road form. The team that kind of went out kind of meekly, and the first half they had a 4th down that they didn't get. Defense gets an interception. That's an example of swinging the momentum back your way. Tennessee never did that in the second half, and they just seemed to kind of succumb to the moment. And when a program like Alabama ups its level, you have to respond. Tennessee didn't respond, and they ended up getting kind of run out of the stadium there in the second half. And that's we said coming in that's an area that this program has to take the next step. You have to be able to win on the road. You have to be able to have composure, mental fortitude to swing things back your way. Tennessee clearly doesn't have it, and they got to develop that because their next 2 SEC games are both on the road. So that's something that we have seen from this team, and they've got to find a way to get over that hump and capitalize when they do play well and keep it going for an entire game.
Yeah, went from talking about communication issues on the road to not handling adversity well on the road because of late, when it has spiraled on the road, it's spiraled rather quickly.
Yeah, you look at the second quarter against Florida, it was 20-0. It was 17-0 in the third quarter. In this game, 27-0 in the second half. And Alabama just made some plays. I think back to after the 4th down play that Tennessee got stopped on. Jermaine Burke makes a great catch over the middle. It's just a guy making a play. And then 2 plays later, Alabama's in the end zone. Tennessee didn't have enough guys make plays in the second half. And Alabama gets a defensive touchdown, a guy makes a play. You just got to make plays, and Tennessee was in the first half, and they weren't in the second half. And I think there's some things to question with Heupel, going for 4th down twice. He got away with it one time because his defense stood up, and he can it's easy to say that he trusts his defense, but on the second one, is that a time where you should point? In hindsight, probably yes, but that's not what happened, and they didn't get the stop, and that was that.
Yep, spiraled out of control for Tennessee here in the second half. One that Tennessee and its fans will be kicking itself for many, many years to come. We've got plenty of coverage of Tennessee's loss to Alabama up on the site of Go Balls 24/7, and will continue to do so throughout the weekend. He's Patrick Brown. I'm Ben McKee.